Hello babe, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel and you've just we're rolling the streets of YouTube and you were like, who is this bold lady? My name is TK Shlongwani and we talk all about beauty and wellness on this channel. So I hope you'll stick around and then decide to subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I'm excited about today. I am beyond excited. I don't usually record videos after work because I'm usually so tired, but the idea of what I am recording today got me so excited. I was like, you know what, eat and start recording and everything. So I'm excited. But today we are talking about fragrances, we're talking about perfumes, and I'm going to take you through my current perfumes and basically tell you what I love about them. I will take you from my most favorite to my least favorite and all stuff like that. Actually, this video is dedicated to a friend of mine who has very similar taste in perfumes like me. Her name is Lesego. So Lesego, I know you'll be watching eventually, and this is dedicated to you, girl, because I know you love fragrances as much as I do. And actually even Ayanda, my best friend, she loves fragrances, but we've got a very different taste. Anyway, it's not about them. I'm just saying today we are talking about my current fragrances and I hope you will love them. Okay, so first thing first, before I go into the actual fragrances, I don't know about you, but I can't wear all fragrances, right? I used to be able to wear everything. So I started working in cosmetics while I was studying around 2002, 2003, and I could wear anything. Then life went on, I was wearing whatever I want. Then about 2013, 14, that's when I started getting sensitive to certain smells. And it was so bad. I would get headaches, and I know it's something that is common with most people. And I think having sinuses issues usually is part of the reason that you can't just wear anything, okay? So I went through a period, years, when I was not wearing any fragrances because it would be tricky until I started wearing my sister. How did I get to know this fragrance? I wasn't introduced to it by my sister. Hypnotic Poison. Do you guys know that fragrance? Oh, I love it. It's my favorite. I don't have it in my collection right now, but I need to get it again. That was a nice, soft fragrance that I loved, and I wasn't getting any sinus issues and headaches. Then my sister also bought Mystique by Giorgio Armani, which didn't give me issues. So then I started picking up that fragrances with a bit of vanilla or with, whether it's a base note that is vanilla are great for me and work wonderful. So since then, I always ask consultant, doesn't have vanilla, or I smell it and realize, okay, what are the soft smells that work for me and everything. So it's been a journey to get here where I know exactly what works for me, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys what I have. Another thing that I've learned recently is that there is what is termed gourmand. Is it the right word? Gourmand fragrances. Okay, so these are fragrances. I'm going to read. I made notes. A fragrance is a perfume. A gourmand fragrance is a perfume consisting of synthetic edible notes such as honey, chocolate, vanilla, or candy. So basically, I love to smell edible. Okay. Yeah. Okay, hence my love for vanilla and all other goodies that make me smell edible. Okay, so yeah, that is something that's very common with some of these fragrances, but there's other more common things in here. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my perfume collection? So there are two brands that currently are the main brands in my collection. So it's only two. That is Marco Kos as well as Jo Malone. I'll be showing you just one Zara fragrance that I have. I'm planning to do a Zara collection later in the year, so I'm slowly collecting it, but I just had to add this one specifically because I love it and always get compliments when I'm wearing it. So first, I think I'm going to start with my Marco Kos collection. So first on the list, I have Marco Kos Mystique Shimmer. It is actually my favorite fragrance right now. Absolute favorite. I also like that it was established in 1981, which is the year that I was born. Why do I love this fragrance? Okay, I think first I'm going to take you through what the internet says about the fragrance, and then I'll tell you how it makes me feel, what I love about it, and a backstory. Okay, but it's my absolute fragrance right now. So it says in the internet, Marco Kos Mystique Shimmer is an extravagant woody amber scent that evokes the glamour of a lavish masquerade party. The notes are black pepper, bergamot, saffron, musky floral, and woody accords. So this fragrance, the 100 mils, retails for 900 rand. Okay, so it is actually quite affordable when it comes to designer fragrances. I love it so much. I know they've just said it is amber, da 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 da. It's so funny. The last time I wore this fragrance was at a friend's party in November, and actually the theme was like masquerade. And I had not read the description, so it was interesting that I wore this fragrance, and then the party was masquerade as well. What do I love about this fragrance? It smells, oh my god, this fragrance is beautiful. It smells to me like I just walked into a bakery, like a pastry kind of cafe, you know, like think Fornos. I don't know if it's still big, like back in the days when they'll have those custard croissants, you know. That's what I smell when I smell this. Like I feel like I could be in a bakery somewhere. That's what comes to mind. I'm not saying it smells like cookies or anything like that, but it smells warm and homely, but also hot and sexy and cool. And but also I must say, as a tip, if you love the Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior that I mentioned earlier, then you'll definitely love this one. It is a limited edition. I don't know. I don't think most stores don't have it. So you might have to look at your online stores like your Superbalist or Take a Lot, or those international fragrance whatevers that give you stuff on discount. It's beautiful, guys. Actually, the other day I realized that there's only so much left. I had never seen, because it's a dark bottle, but against the sun and light you actually see there's so much. So I haven't used it since November, because I'm like, we're gonna have to wait for a special occasion, because girl, we need to save you. I love it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. It's 900 rand, and I hope you get it, but it is just beautiful. The name again is Mystique Shimmer by Marco Kos. Absolute favorite. Okay, next on my list, we've got a fragrance that was newly launched by Marco Kos sometime last year. I love this fragrance. I have a sad story about it, but anyway, let me show you. It's called Gorgeous by Marco Kos. This is a 30 ml. Let's just sort you out there. It is a 30 ml. I do have a backup of 100 ml. The beauty about this, I ordered the 100 ml and then I was gifted the 30 ml, you know, so I was like, yay, I'm sorted, you know, I've got backup and everything like that. Let me take you through what Marco Kos Gorgeous smells like. It smells like, the top notes is a pink pepper, mandarin orange. The middle notes are tobacco and orange blossom, jasmine, tuberose, and ylang ylang. The base notes are tonka beans, cedar, benzoin, cashmere, stearix, and suede. I don't know what all those are right now, but anyway, I love this fragrance. I remember I first got it early last year, and I loved it. I fell in love with it, you know. And then in June, I went to a friend's birthday. You know, you're getting dressed during the day and blah blah blah. It was still winter, so I had my like not a blanket, like those, yeah, whatever, here, and I left it here, and the fragrance was on top. When I get back home, take my bath, and then go into bed, I'm thinking I'm just gonna pull a blanket over, and then I hear click, 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 click. There was my 100 ml fragrance. I had used like probably this much from the 100 ml. My heart broke like into pieces, because if it wasn't for this fragrance, then definitely this one is my favorite. This fragrance is amazing. So I had to get another one, but only got it now a year later, and then obviously I got gifted this one. So I'm starting with the 30 mils and I'll go into my 100 mils later. I want to tell you, when do I wear this fragrance? So it's quite intense in smell, but it's still soft. I mean, you saw from the description that it is tonka bean, benzoin, whatever that is, tobacco, pink pepper. So it's quite intense, but not intense to a point where it's overpowering, you know. I wear this when it's hot, I'll tell you why. I find that the more intense fragrances, I like them when it's hot, because as I sweat and my body heats, then it smells amazing. And then the more soft fragrances I'll wear when it's cold or it's raining, because then I'm able to smell that longer and the sun does not like make it evaporate or anything like that. This fragrance lasts all day. I'm wearing it from this morning at about 8 o'clock and I can still smell it on me. So it's really amazing. It is beautiful. I love the bottle as well. It has a bit of detail there. Ooh, let me not show you guys my nails with the detail. So it's got the Marco Kos name there and over there as well. So yeah, it's really cute. And yeah, this is the 30 mils. How much is it? It is 1,150 for the 30 mils, and the 100 mils is 1,995. Okay, but it's worth it. It stays, it lasts. It's amazing. I love this fragrance a lot. Cool, let's see what's next. My next fragrance from Marco Kos is this popular one. I think this is the only fragrance that I'm gonna show today that most people know, because I've seen a lot of influencers love this fragrance, or people just, it's in their collection, you know what I'm saying? All the others, I know they're not so popular in the social media space, but this girl is very popular. She is, ooh, are we coming together? Can you guys see it? I can't see it. Okay. Yeah, well, it's Marco Kos Wanderlust, and this is the 50 mils, and it goes for 1,650 rand. So its notes are amber floral fragrance, top notes almond milk, bergamot, pink pepper. The middle notes are jasmine, and base notes are sandalwood, benzoin, and cashmere wood. So I'm finding there's a few similarities between this Marco Kos and the gorgeous one. They are similar actually if you smell them, but that one I like more. This one can be a little bit too intense for me. I have to be, as I was saying, I have to be mindful where I apply it. So I can't put it around this area, like not too close to my face. So like my neck needs to be like more lower down there, otherwise I get headaches, and not too much of it. But it's also, I wear it the same way that I would the gorgeous, you know, so when it's hot, but also for nighttime, because it is quite intense. I love it for that. But recently I've started using it at the gym, because then I don't get a headache. Just put it, you know, below my armpits, and as I sweat, it just smells so beautiful. So I use it for that. I usually use male fragrances for gym, but all my male fragrances are out. So maybe with my updated perfume collection, I might add that. But I find that the masculine fragrances smell amazing when you sweat. So that's what I use. This is Marco Kos Wanderlust. This is my least favorite. I definitely will not get this again. Once it gets finished, it's like, oh, it's done. No problem. I don't need to get it again. But it's good. No issues. Next, we have a different brand. So, okay, let me tell you the difference between these different brands. So you get designer brands, right? So it's designers who do clothing and then venture into fragrances. That's basically designer brands. Then you've got fragrances who are a niche fragrance brand, where their speciality is just fragrances. That's what they do. And they might add body products like your body creams, your shower gels, even candles, like in the case of Jo Malone that I'm about to introduce to you guys. You know what? I always say Jo Malone, the best way to describe a Jo Malone fragrance is old money. You know the concept of old money, where people who've been rich for long don't make a noise. They don't need to wear a brand that shows that it is a specific brand. What they're wearing is expensive, but it's not going to be like, oh, you know, hectic, like Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, whatever. They will keep it subtle, because you don't know. Everybody knows they're rich. Like, why should they scream? So I feel like Jo Malone has that kind of vibe. The fragrances are not overpowering, but they also don't smell like anything that I've smelled before. Where I find with a lot of designer fragrances, I find that they're very similar. You know, you'll be like, oh, this reminds me of this fragrance. Oh, this one reminds me of that. Where I have not found anything like that in Jo Malone. So they have your colognes and they have their fragrances, like your perfumes, like the perfume. And I think they also have like the what do you call it? What's the word? Like private blends, you know, where they can mix different ones and stuff for them, for you in their boutiques and stuff like that. But I don't know a lot of detail with that, so let me not mess it up. So let's go with my favorite, and we'll go then to my least favorite fragrance. So my favorite from Malone London is Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Yeah, Wood Sage and Sea Salt. What's happening? Is it getting too dark up in here that you guys can't actually see? How are we gonna do this? Help. Oh, excuse my nails. I really don't know how we're gonna do this. Let me see if this works this time. It was working now. This perfume is playing with me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Beautiful fragrance. It's my favorite right now from Malone. I have a few on my list that I want to try out, but Wood Sage and Sea Salt smells exactly like that. Like, guys, literally, babe, it smells like sea salt. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, you can almost taste the salt, even though you're not going to taste it. It smells like a walk on the beach, you know. I see myself wearing like something that's flowy, like one of those long flowing dresses, or like a linen number, you know, walking barefoot. And it's just, that's how it smells. So I love wearing this fragrance. Actually, all the Jo Malone fragrances that I'm about to show you, I love wearing them when the weather is cooler and, you know, or it's raining or it's winter. I find that my body reacts well to them and I can smell them throughout the day. Beautiful. Think old money when you're talking Jo Malone, okay? Okay. So how does it smell like? Well, first of all, it's the 50 mils, this one, and then it is 1,595 for the 50 mils. It is described as the fruity top note smells like bergamot as well as grapefruit. It's followed by a musky sweet amberette and subtle salt spray note. It has a very quiet plum berry note and discreet dry woods. So that's how they say it smells. But if you think sea salt, this is your girl. It's different. It's unisex, so gentlemen can also wear it. It's beautiful. It's different. It's fresh. It's super fresh. Actually, all the fragrance from Jo Malone that I'm showing to you guys today are fresh. There are the colognes where you get the perfumes as well that are usually in a darker bottle, and those are super intense. So I still need to find the right one in that. But anyway, that's the first one from Jo Malone. I'm gonna do the next two together. They smell different, but I haven't quite found my love in a way where I can say this is what they remind me of or this is how they make me feel. But just like the previous Jo Malone, I'll wear it on a cold day, or, you know, when I'm wearing something light, or, you know, nothing too hectic. Like, I'm just taking easy. I'm not gonna be in the sun. It's just like cool vibes, you know. So the first one I'll take you guys through is Peony and Blush Suede. So these are very popular Jo Malone fragrances. Is this guy going to cooperate with me now? Oh, there we go. Can you see, guys? Yeah. So it's Peony Blush Suede. It retails for 2,250 for this size, which is 100 ml, and it is described as flirtatious with a juicy bite of red apple and the opulence of jasmine rose gillyflower, mingling with the sensuality of soft blush suede. Easy, very romantic fragrance, light, lasts, but it's just beautiful. What's nice about most fragrances, but Jo Malone, actually, if you go on their website, they will tell you which fragrance that you can layer it with so that you get the best of the other fragrance. So something to look at. Then the other one that I want to share with you guys is English Pear and Frasier. Beautiful, also very soft fragrance. It retails for 1,950 for the 100 mils, and it is described as the sensuous freshness of just ripe pears is wrapped in a bouquet of white freesias and mellowed by amber, patchouli, and woods, luscious and golden. And essentially deep woody note then enhances their longevity. So it also has like a woody note. If you've been paying attention, most of the fragrances that I love have that woody kind of smell to it, you know. So these two guys are doing the most. I haven't used much of them. Okay, I've used this one a little bit. Ooh, these nails are not the ones. So yeah, these are my two. I am going to have to rate them the same. For me, they're not the same, but I feel the same vibe about them. So they're cool. They're great. I like them. The last one is my least favorite. There's nothing wrong with it. I love it, but nothing. So next on my list is the Wildberry. You also don't want to show, babes. What is happening? There we go-ish. Yeah, so this is called Wild Bluebell Cologne. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's light. I would even wear it to bed. You know, when you want to feel like something. I don't know, some of you wear fragrance. I do sometimes when I'm feeling extra. I like the very soft ones. So this I would definitely wear for that. Something light, you know, just popping by the shops, but you still want to smell like the rich aunt that you are without smelling like you've made too much effort. This is the girl for you. It's beautiful. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, those are my two main fragrance brands. So Jo Malone London as well as Marco Kos. Okay, I have a few fragrances that are on my list of, you know, to get next. And hopefully I'll be able to share with you in my next video. The last one that I'm going to share with you guys is from Zara. Let me tell you, babe, I only started having interest in Zara fragrances when I realized that they do dupes, so counterfeit, fakes, copies, whatever, of your popular fragrances. And they are super cheap. The longevity for me is just as great. So no issues. So the first one that I tried and bought on Black Friday is this one called Zara Gardenia. This is a 200 mils. I mean, where else do you get a 200 mil, guys? You. Let me tell you about this guy. So I love Black Opium by YSL, Yves Saint Laurent. I love it, Black Opium. But when I heard that this one smells quite close to the Black Opium, I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So I did. I bought it on Black Friday and they're 40%. So I only paid about 200 something. The original price is 399, so 400 Rand, which is still very, 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 very cheap for a fragrance that smells so good. It lasts all day, okay? Like all day. So if you love Black Opium, you will definitely love it. I do spray a lot of it because, like, yeah, but it lasts. This is the only fragrance in my fragrance collection where I always get a compliment when I'm wearing it. So it definitely agrees with my chemistry, but to think it's the cheapest in my collection and I get the most compliments from it, that just shows that it doesn't have to be cheap for it to smell great. It just have to work with your body. And this girl here definitely works with my body. So I have a few on my list with Zara that I want to try out. So actually I tried out Rose Gourmand before in the Arola. I loved it, but every time I've gone back into the store, they do not have it in stock and they don't have it on the website as well, on the online store. I would like to try Red Temptation as well. I've never smelled it at all, but it comes highly recommended. There's also the Gourmand Addict, which I tried out last week, but I had to parent myself and be like, girl, you don't need more fragrances. Just chill for this month and then you can revisit the idea maybe middle of the month or later, whatever. But yeah, that is my, what do you call it? My collection, my fragrance collection for right now. I will update it at some point. I'm just so happy that I finally found fragrances that work with me or work for me and I don't have to get a headache. So please do comment down below and tell me if you have one of these fragrances or all or some, if there's any fragrances that are vanilla based that you'd like to recommend for me, and I will definitely give them a try. And yeah, just let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like me to do more of these, my favorite whatever, a collection of something. Maybe I will even do a collection of candles because I love candles, anything that smells good. Let me tell you something about me. Anyone who comes to my apartment will tell you this apartment smells amazing. Like, when it comes to smell, I don't play that game. Like, this place must smell fabulous. So I love to smell fabulous myself. So yeah, I'm rambling and this has gone long. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you haven't commented and you're commenting in your head where I can't hear you, that's not helping me, girl. Please comment down below if you have any questions regarding this video or whatever. I would really like to interact with you. So until next time, babe, I hope you'll have a beautiful week. Stay blessed and know that you're loved, and I appreciate you guys coming to watch my channel.